Hi, and welcome to Woodland Power Products, home of the Cyclone Rake. Today we will demonstrate how to replace the engine on your XL or Z10 Cyclone Rake unit. This is a pretty straightforward job, but if you're not comfortable doing the project yourself after watching this, simply take the kit and the instructions to a local mower shop for some assistance. So let's get started. First thing you will need to do is to make sure that you have some tools ready. There's a list of tools that you will need specified on the engine replacement instruction sheet, right at the top of the page. You will also find in the kit a bag of hardware and a few extra tools needed to complete the job. Okay, now that we have everything all set, let's go. But wait just a minute. Before performing any maintenance work on your engine or blower, always disconnect the spark plug wire. Okay, so you will first need to make sure that the hex socket in the impeller bolt is thoroughly cleaned out of all dirt and debris so that the hex bit socket can seat all the way to the bottom of the bolt head. You can do this with a small blade screwdriver. Next, place a wooden board, such as a 2x4, inside the top of the blower to prevent the impeller from rotating. Using the hex bit socket and the extension bar, remove the impeller bolt. This is a regular thread bolt, so you're going to go in a counterclockwise rotation to remove the bolt. Don't try to use a small L-shaped Allen wrench for this step. You will not get enough torque, and if the bolt head gets stripped, you will not be able to remove the engine. Once the bolt head is out, you can now remove the piece of the wood. Now you will have to remove the blower housing nut, which connects the engine to the blower assembly. There are several bracket styles, and yours may not look exactly like this one, but it's the same procedure regardless of which bracket type you have. The next step will be to remove the 4 engine bolts. You can use 2 1/2-inch box wrenches to remove these bolts. It is very important with your Cyclone Rake that you remove the bolts that connect the engine to the support brackets, not the bolts that connect the support brackets to the white frame. You will be able to pull the engine away from the blower housing. The engine shaft should pull right out of the impeller. If necessary, reach inside the front of the blower to support the impeller while pulling away from the engine. The impeller will stay inside the sealed blower housing. There is no need to take apart any of the housing itself. If for some reason the impeller does not pull off the engine shaft, you can use the 1/2-inch by 4-inch bolt along with the 5/16-inch pin provided in the kit as a puller. You will simply insert the pin into the hole in the impeller. Then screw in the 1/2 13 bolt. Use your 3/4-inch socket plus extension bar and ratchet to turn the puller bolt clockwise. This will push the shaft off of the hub. With that done, you can put that engine aside and dispose of it as you wish. We recommend recycling it. Now that the engine has been separated from the blower, we need to prepare the new engine and engine shaft to accept the blower housing. Again, for safety, pull the spark plug wire off the top of the new engine. Next, orient the shaft so the keyway is on the top. Gently pull the starter cord to rotate the shaft into position if needed. Clean the shaft and the keyway with a clean rag or small brush to remove any dirt or grime from the keyway slot. Now, take the shaft key that was provided in the hardware kit and press it into the keyway to seat it completely. If you need to tap it a little, do so with a soft object, such as the back of a screwdriver. Do not use a hammer. You may damage the key and you won't be able to get the impeller hub onto the shaft. Next, open the pack of copper anti-seize grease and squeeze it onto the applicator brush. Coat the shaft and the key completely with the grease. Okay, now we are ready to get everything back together. Place the engine on the motor frame. Using one arm, reach through the front of the blower to grasp the impeller and hold the impeller so that the steel hub passes through the rear of the blower housing. Now, you will loosely install the 4 engine bolts, along with the lock washers and the nuts. Leave them several turns loose for now. Install the nylon lock nut onto the 5/16 threaded stud, which passed through the engine bracket, and tighten that firmly. Now tighten all 4 engine bolts firmly using 2 1/2-inch box wrenches. Grab the wooden board and place it back on top of the blower housing to prevent the impeller from rotating. Now you can assemble the lock washer and heavy washer onto the fan bolt and install it into the impeller hub. Tighten firmly with a ratchet wrench, extender bar, and hex bit socket. Again, do not use a small L-type Allen wrench for this step, as you will not be able to get enough torque to tighten the bolt properly. Now, the final thing to do is to reconnect the spark plug wire, and with that, your project is completed and your Cyclone Rake is ready for more action. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being a proud Cyclone Rake owner.